folks. Hey, since it's the quiet time of year here, I'm gonna go ahead and try and fulfill some of the video requests that I've gotten. I don't have any intentions of filling my channel up with product reviews and all kinds of stuff like that. But since I've had so many people asking about the cameras that I use, I decided I'm going to go ahead and put this little video together. If nothing else, it'll keep me from typing out the answer a million times. I don't use anything fancy. I just have some pretty simple cameras here. But I will try and answer all the questions that I've gotten and give you my point of view. This is strictly my opinion only. And I'm just going to give you my opinion from the experiences I've had with the products I've invested in. I don't work for these companies. I'm not trying to sell you anything, just answering the questions that I've gotten. Now again, I don't use anything fancy. I do have intentions of investing into a full-size professional camera because I'm going to be flying into Twin Lakes and doing some filming at Dick Prenicke's cabin, and hopefully hooking up with some of my YouTube buddies along the way. But for right now here, I've just got some basic equipment that I've been using. I have a Nikon Coolpix L110. I have a couple of little Kodaks here, a Kodak ZI6 and a Kodak Play Sport. I have mixed emotions about these cameras here. And then for my little hat cam, everybody's always asking me, what's the hat cam I'm using? Maybe they'll see me a lot of the kayaking footage I have. I'm filming hands-free. When I went over the beaver dam and down little creeks, I just have a little cam hooked to my hat here. I don't use a GoPro. These here, I run into this company last year. I never even heard of them. I bought a camera from them. I was really intrigued with the little product they make. I was pretty intrigued with it, so I bought one. Been very pleased with it, and then I ordered another one. This is the NX package. Comes with a few different little mounting accessories with it. Even comes with the SD card, which is pretty cool. So anyway, I was very pleased with it, so I bought another one. It's a lot cheaper than the GoPro. It's smaller, it's lighter. There's a lot of advantages to this camera, and as far as like a little action cam, like I said, just to hook to your hat and stuff, it's phenomenal. It can't be beat, and especially if you're on a low budget, the camera is very, very affordable. But I'll get into that. So anyway, let's get started here. Now these two little Kodaks here, I have a love-hate relationship with them. Okay, now this Kodak ZI6. This was a phenomenal camera. I really wish other companies would have the features that this little camera does. The thing I like the best about it is it's powered up right here by AA batteries, which is super handy. You're out in the field, you're out on an adventure, the batteries go dead, simply trade them off with some fresh batteries. It's the same batteries I use in my flashlights and other gear that I have, so it's very, very convenient. And it also comes with some rechargeable batteries. It takes a full-size SD card, which I really like. There's no monkeying around with the micro SD cards. I just really like the camera. Very simple to use. It films in 1080. Just an awesome camera. But both of these Kodak cameras have firmware issues, and they will seize up a lot of times. With this one, it wasn't, other than being an inconvenience, it wasn't too bad, because when the camera would seize up, I popped the batteries out, put them back in, start the camera back up, and I'd be back in business. This camera here is the newer model Kodak Play Sport. Very simple to use, very similar to this one. It's supposed to be waterproof, but I really can't see how some of these little doors keep out any kind of water. There's not really much of a rubber gasket there. I'm very skeptical about that, and I have not gone on the water with it. I like the camera, simple to use. What I don't care for is it also has that firmware problem. It seizes up, and with this one, I'll, have it on a fully charge or something, take it out on my adventures. The camera seizes up. There's nothing I can do. I can't shut it off. I can't do a damn thing with it. I got to let the battery run down and bring it home and start over. And that really pisses me off. When these are working, they're great. This camera doesn't work at all anymore. I don't know what the issue is. Now, I do like these two cameras because they're very simple to use, but I don't think I'd buy another Kodak product because this firmware issue that I have with both of these, and that's just been enough of a turn-off for me. Now, this camera right here, this is the Nikon Coolpix L110. It's a very nice camera. I bought this one primarily for taking still pics, but I do use it quite a bit for video. It takes great video. It has a very sensitive microphone. So for doing my tutorial work, a lot of times I will use this one. Unfortunately, the sensitivity of the microphone is a downfall for the camera as well when filming outside. If there's just the slightest breeze, there will be a lot of auto distortion with this camera. It has a very nice zoom to it. It'll zoom out really nice. It's got a macro lens built in, so it's good for close-up stuff. The thing I don't like about the camera is it's very, very complicated. It's a very complicated camera. When you open up the screen back here, it will have a lot of flashing icons, lots of stuff going on. The owner's manual is super complicated. And that's a real turn off for me. I want something simple, and that was something I really liked about the Kodaks. I never even read the owner's manual on them. Took them out of the box, put batteries in them, and I was filming right away. Very, very simple, very basic. The icons, everything is very, very self-explanatory. But this one is not like that. It's very complicated. One of the features I really like about this camera is it's powered up by AA batteries. And that is a super feature right there. I wish more cameras was powered up by AA batteries because it'll keep you right in the game when you're out in the field somewhere. When you're out on an adventure and your batteries go dead, if you can't switch them out like that, you're out of business. So all in all, it's a good camera, takes great video, takes great photos, and if you're smarter than I am and can make heads or tails out of the owner's manual, well, you'll probably like it even more than I do. Okay, so enough for that one. Now this little camera right here, this is the ActionCam made by Ped Products. It's recognized as the smallest and lightest video camera on the market. It weighs, I think, 1.4 ounces. It's quite a nice little rig here. Very, very simple to operate. You simply just click that button and the camera's on, and then you click that button and you're recording. Now they also have it so you can do a system upgrade and have it just one button push operation, which is really cool. So if you have the camera up on your hat, and you're working blind, you're up in a tree stand or whatever, an animal comes in, you want to film it, and you don't want to waste time fiddling around with your camera, you just reach up, click the button, boom, it turns the camera on and starts recording all in one button push. And the same deal, reach up, push the button and shut it off. You can film in 1080 HD or 720, and you can also take still pictures with it. And you just simply click that button to change the modes. And it's very, very simple. There's no messing around. It's not hard to learn. It's just an awesome camera. And I liked it so much that I said I bought two of them. That way I have one mounted right to my stabilizer on my bow, and this one's up on my hat. And it's worked out really cool for me. Now, the camera comes in this little tray. This is the magnet mount that comes with it. The camera is so lightweight that the magnets will work as a really nice mount for that. The camera just slides into the little tray like that, and you're golden. It comes with several different mounts. I just use this magnet mount all the time for that. Now most cameras will allow you to film in both 1080 and 720. But generally they require a lot of fiddling around with the camera. Once again, the simplicity of the ActionCam really shines through here. It's simple, one button push to change the modes. The 1080 is more of a wide angle lens. which I like if I'm filming inside the cabin or doing certain things. But for filming wildlife, walking through the woods, a lot of times I prefer a more natural view, which is a 720. And if I want to change modes, I just click that mode button one time. There's a different colored light that appears for the different settings. Very, very simple to operate. Now this here, this is the hat clip, which is pretty slick. It just clips right on the hat like that. Camera mounts in there, and we are good to go. And one thing I really like here is, I'll throw my camera up there. I'll be canoeing along. Then I might hop out of the canoe. Gonna go make a set. I just pop this off. I could carry this with me if I want. I set this down, film myself, do whatever. It's just slick. I just really like that. There's no messing around, and I've been very, very happy with this camera so far. Now these cameras here, they're not waterproof, but they're water resistant, and they come with this little raincoat that slips right on, and I just leave it on the camera at all times. I have one on and one off right now just to show the difference here. They have been a very good camera for me so far. Now the one thing you don't see too much of these days is good customer service. Seems like the larger companies really don't care much about you. ActionCam's a small company. Every time that I've called them, I got to speak to a human being. They had answers to my questions. I had a few suggestions about the camera, and they always took my suggestions into consideration. I had some pretty good chats, And another thing, when I was considering putting this camera review together, I gave them a call just to let them know I've been pleased with the camera, and I was going to talk about it in the review, and just to ask them if my viewers had any interest in the camera, if there was anything they could do for them, maybe throw them a discount of some sort. They were very receptive to it. So if anybody has an interest in an ActionCam, just put Boss of the Swamp in the discount code box, and they'll give you 10% off, which I thought was pretty decent. Like I said, with the camera, the little magnet mount comes with it, the little raincoat comes with it, it comes with the SD card. It's free shipping for $200 or more. Then you take the 10% on top of all of that. It's a pretty decent bargain as far as I'm concerned. But again, I don't work for anybody. I'm not trying to sell any products here. I was asked on the cameras I use. I'm just giving my opinions from the investments I've made. Well, that's it in a nutshell, so they say. So anyway, hopefully this will answer all the questions that you've had. A lot of folks writing in asking what the cameras are that I use and what I recommend and all of that. I don't know if everybody's been thinking I've been using something fancy. Just been using what's in the lineup there. I do intend to get a professional camera for my Alaska journey, but that's a little bit in the future there. Hopefully get back to the cabin here real soon, do some more cabin updates, and be back on the trap line in the spring. So I guess that's about it for now, fellas. We'll see you later. Ciao.